Luke 19 and verse 12, and he said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. Verse 13, and he called his 10 servants, and he delivered them 10 pounds, talents. And he said unto them, occupy till I come.
Right, that's the word.
Exactly. Yahushua said, he said, the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey and left his house and gave authority to his servants and gave every man his work and what is it? He commanded so and so forth to watch. You know, if I might
that's
get
St.
it.
Matthew's 24.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're talking about. St. Matthew's 24.
Yeah, commanded the porter to watch. You know, going into occupying till I come.
Yeah.
You know, gave men certain talents.
Yeah.
You know, to go out and do the work. You know, to prophesy, to warn the people of the things to come. You know, pretty much the answers. You know, the answers is the prophets. You come to the prophets when you want the answers. You know.
Yeah, I got a quick one. Can we go ahead now?
No, we're going to hold that real quick.
That was good.
Let's go hit what the brother's talking about right now. This is the word. This is what we were ordained to do. Right?
It's St. Matthew's 22, verse 9. St. Matthew's 22, verse 9. Go ye therefore into the highways.
Right, so take the talents, take what I gave you, whether it's the spirit of edifying, whether it's the spirit of prophecy. Go ahead.
And as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
Right, so what is that talking about? That's talking about those that repent. Bid them into the marriage. What marriage? The marriage is the elect. Being the bridegroom adorned for a husband. I'm sorry, the bride adorned for a husband. All right? That's what the prophecy. That's what the brother's saying. All right? That's what we out here to do. We're out here to give the work, do the work. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 10. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good.
Both bad and good. Go ahead.
And the wedding was furnished with guests.
Woo! So the wedding was furnished with guests. And that's what you have going on, man. You got all these camps, all these guys, but guess what? You got the bad and the good. And guess what? He shall know who is the Lord chosen. That's what's getting ready to happen. That's the deal on that.
Yes, it is.
Yeah? Go ahead.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Con, just to back up what you brothers going into and breaking down those strongholds, the prophets and being the signs and things like that. Getting to the point, this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right. So, like in the scriptures, the Lord say in the book of Amos, the Lord will do nothing but reveal his secrets to the servants, the prophets, man. So you're looking for these signs, man. The signs of the prophets, man. The prophets are coming through here, breaking down the strongholds, man. The main strongholds, the delusion that the devil has covered your face with, man. Now all these things are coming to naught, man. All right, setting forth a path for that righteous kingdom to be set up, man. All right.
Yeah. No, that's right, man. That's what we do. We setting up the path of the righteous. Man. Scripture say make straight the way of the Most High. Y'all make way the paths of the Lord, man. Okay?
Go back to Luke 19 and verse 14. Luke 19 and 14. But his citizens hated him and sent a message after him saying, we will not have this man to reign over us.
Right, so they said they want Yahushua to reign over them, man. All right? Why? Because Yahushua came to fulfill the law.
Yeah.
All right? And Yahushua said there's no man that can come through the Most High but through him. And that's what the nation of Israel despised. Go ahead.
Yep, and that's why Yahushua said, those my enemies which wish I not reign over them, bring hither as I slay them before me.
Right, so what? 2/3 of all his people is enemies, man. Go ahead.
God. Luke 19 and verse 15. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants. I'll read it again. So Luke chapter 19 and verse 15. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, which is Yahushua returning back from the heavens, okay? Because he sits where is he sitting now? At the right hand side of the Father.
Right.
He's coming to bring the heaven which is in the heavens to bring down into the earth.
Right, and that's why to back you up. The Hebrew says it does not see, we do not see what all things are subjected to him, right? But the kingdom of heaven is coming on the planet Earth. He already got it. Go ahead.
God. Then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading. Going into the talents, I spoke kind of ahead of myself. Going to the talents the Lord gave, going into the body of Yahweh Shemil Shai, going into the prophets, the helps, the miracle workers, the touching of hands, so on and so forth, going into the ministry, Luke 19 and verse 16. Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds. Verse 17, and he said unto him, Well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities.
Woo, so the Lord basically said, look, man, I'm going to make you a Lord over many. Because what? You were faithful. You did what I told you to do. You did the work. James 1. You did the work, man. You did what I told you to do. That's what the Lord is coming back to do. What? He's going to say, shall I find faith? All right? Hold that real quick, brother.
Yeah.
Lord. Real quick, all right?
It's the book of Ephesians 4, verse 9. Now that he ascended,
I know I see.
what is it? But that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth.
Right, who was that talking about? That's talking about Yahushua. He came down, put on the flesh, he did the will of the Most High. Okay. Sacrificial lamb, then he ascended, sitting on the right hand side. Going back to the brother up, he's sitting on the right hand side of the Most High. All right. King David seen that as well. Go ahead.
Verse 10. He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens.
So who is that speaking about, man? Yahushua. Second in command, man. Greatest.
Hey, and I just quoted Proverbs 30 and 4. Who have ascended unto heaven, who has descended, who has the wind as his fist, so we have to say, what is his name and his son's name? I just quoted.
Right. That's why you gotta have. Right, that's why you gotta have outside. Directly get to the Most High. Just say what is his name and what is his son's name. Most High is showing you the reverence of his son. All right, this is my beloved son. Hearken unto him.
Verse 10. He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. Because what? Now he say, I make all things new. You know? Yep. Verse 11. And he have gone, and he gave some apostles.
Right, so this is the point. Going back to that word, going back to those talents, which is why the Lord blessed those men. All right, made them Lord over many. Okay, what the brother speaking on. All right, he gave certain men talents. He gave certain men gifts. Go ahead, and this is what we're getting into. What?
And he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers.
Yep, there he is, man. Those are all gifts. All right, because when he went into the heavens, he gave down gifts to the elect. And those men are here today. All right, but what is it for? What is those things for? The next verse, brother, for something.
Verse 11.
Right, this is what the gifts is for.
Like verse 12. For the perfecting of the saints.
Right, so for the perfecting of the saints. Why? Because the scriptures tell you, here is the patience in the faith of the saints, man. So what? The saints shall take the kingdom, for our kingdom to be established, right? Okay, so this is the perfecting that's going on of what? The house of David, right? This word saint comes from the word sanctified, which means to be separated, right? To be holy, sacred, all right? And that's the elect out of the whole nation of Israel. That's the Israel of the Most High. That's the saints, man.
For the perfecting of the saints. For the work of the ministry.
For the work of the ministry, fulfilling Exodus 19 and 6, a nation of kings and priests, all right, the house of David. Okay, go ahead.
For the edifying of the body of Yahushua.
For the building of the body of Yahushua. For the edifying of the body of Yahushua. So we're not out here to be friends. We're out here to build. We're out here to build, do work. All right? Okay. All right, that's it on that water.
And that's when Isaiah said, though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, thine eyes shall see thy teacher, to bring us back onto the heavenly Father.
Right. Hey, because what the scripture say, how shall they know without a teacher? In the book of Romans, man. All right, so how shall they know without a teacher? How shall they hear, without a preacher, man? Roughly to say, go ahead.
Luke, back at Luke chapter 19, and I'll go back to verse 16. Luke 19 and 16, then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds.
Right, so he gained, he did the work, he was building. He used his talent, he prophesied, man. Whatever he did to the best of his ability, he fulfilled his lot. He stood in his lot, man. All right, he didn't take his calling for lightness or for weakness, man. He did it for the election. All right, he did it to make his calling an election sure. All right, go ahead.
Verse 17, and he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities. Verse 18, the second came saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds.
Right, so he gained. Even though it was a smaller talent, that's why scripture say, let no man despise thy youth. Don't try to measure your work to another brother. No, do you, man. Stand in your lot, man. Be you. Be all you can be, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 19, and he said likewise to him, because be thou also over 5 cities. So the Lord gave him authority. And there's a precept where it says something before gaining authority in the Sirach, this something.
He's talking about before authority, humility comes before authority.
That's a good one too. Before the obtaining of authority, I should be able to find it.
Should be in Sirach.
Yeah. Does it take discipline to do that?
Yeah. And then say pride is the losing thereof.
Yep. Here, Sirach chapter 10, or Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 21 is the fear. The fear of the Lord goeth before the obtaining of authority, right? And that's fear. The Lord giving you talents and you working on it. Not just saying, I'm going to sit and I'm straight, I'm good, Because ultimately you don't believe the Lord's going to return. The Lord has to make sure you fear him before he gives you certain things,
And, I was going to say, that goes into what we was bringing up real quick. I ain't mean to cut you off, but go back to what the point. It's occupied, man. Occupation. That's the word, man. Occupied in prophecy. That's why we brought it up, man. The testimony outside is spirit of prophecy. So you got to be prophesying, man. In the word, watching. Being a watchman, standing up on your watch. Well, I just want to...
because that's what's going on. You can't prophesy if you don't fear the Lord. If you don't fear the Lord, you're not going to be out here warning that he's returning, telling your people to get right and going on the highways and byways, making yourself a living sacrifice. You don't fear the Lord if you're not doing those things. That's why the men of the Lord are out here in boldness, because they understand that the Lord liveth. The Lord's alive. The Lord's running the show. He's doing the things that you see right before your eyes, things past, was, and to come. The Lord just did that. That buffoon that just ran over the thing. For me to speak on that, the Lord written that. I didn't write that. I didn't plan that to happen. The Lord did. And ultimately, because again, we fear that the Lord is God's will.
And that's what stops people from coming out, man. The fear. You stop fearing the Lord. Then you wonder why you bugging out, because you stop fearing the Lord. You stop fighting for the Most High, man. You put off the fear. So what? He put you off.
Yep.
That's what happens, man. You put down the cloud. So what? You ain't gonna get no reward.
Exactly.
Go ahead. The scripture say he didn't endure to the end, man.
Yeah. It's because again, people forget, they just think, I'm gonna be a king, I'm gonna be this and that, but they don't understand the work behind it. What did Yahweh have to do to get to where he's at? He had to be humiliated. He was made fun of. He had a crown of thorns. Before that crown which he sits now, that glorious, the authority which he sits now in the heavens, he had to be punished in front of everybody. Humiliated, made fun of. It says by the foolishness of preaching. We know we're fools out here, but it pleases the Lord ultimately. That's the point. If we make friends with the Lord by wisdom, the Lord's gonna put us in the right place, being on high, having authority over the world. But going back, Luke chapter 19, I read verse 18 again. And the second came saying, Luke 19 to 18, and the second came saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, be thou also over 5 cities.
Be thou also over 5 cities, man. That's a judge, ruler. That's power. And all you did was just do a little. You thinking, it's, I got a lot of work to do, but really to the Lord it's light. It's little. Because what I'm getting ready to give you is great. I'm getting ready to give you the whole world, man. But I'm trying to see your obedience. That's really what it's about, man. Obedience. If you're gonna do it or not. Because the scriptures say the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. So the Lord trying to see if you're going to work.
Exactly.
All right? The scriptures say work out your own salvation. The Lord trying to see if you're going to work to be saved. He ain't saving niggas.
Because the Lord's not gathering up, like you said, niggas. 144,000. This is the best of the best.
Right.
The Lord wants the best, the cream of the crop. He's a king. Kings don't compromise. You know, he wants his men to earn that, you know, and ultimately, go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish it.
No, because like that saying says, heavy is the head that wears the crown. You know, a lot of responsibility comes with the power that the Lord is getting ready to give these men. He's not going to give just some hunky junky some power over to what? Manipulate the elements and hell no. All right, the Lord got to make sure you proven, you know, and that goes by wisdom. You know, torturing us by her discipline. You know, we catch hell all the damn time. You know, because the Lord ultimately wants to make sure we're aligned in the right spot as far as our mind goes, so he can give us that power because he wants to give us the kingdom. He says, what would it say? Well, yeah, refine and try to sort. It's the Lord's good pleasure to give us the kingdom, you know. But we have to earn it, man. That's why here on the side. That's why the angels marvel at the things that we're doing, because ain't nobody else pulling on what we're doing, being put on the elect. You know, only the 144,000 are going to wear those crowns, and that's what we're fighting for. But yeah, the point about
Time. As the brother said, the best of the best, man, and it's in here. As we all know, the Lord looks not on the outward man, but He looking those that are of a pure mind, a clear heart. The Lord ain't looking for how strong you are, you know, your strength or your speed or how wise you think you may be. The Lord is looking for those that's pure in the heart. That's the best of the best, because the Lord, He can do anything, man. So anything you can't do, He'll give you the ability to do, but He just want that person that has that clear mind, that pure heart. So it's really not, it's not of you, bro.
right, yeah.
It is, are you ready to be obedient, to be in compliance with what's going on? The simple things, being in order, man. That's simple. You know, that because the Lord can do something with a man like that. The Lord can't do nothing with a man that can't be, you know, that can't be doing nothing. Like, he can't do nothing. You can't tell this man nothing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he wise, he's strong, he can do this, he can do that, but I can't enter into his mind. I can't. The Lord ain't dealing with that. So those are the pure mind, man. That's just ready for instruction.
Yeah.
Ready to receive that learning.
Born again. You gotta be born again.
Exactly. Born again, as the brother said, a baby. You know, a baby not gonna walk up to you and try to tell you what the hell to do, man.
Exactly.
You know, it needs instruction. I just want to say that real quick.
Yeah, because that's why Scripture say, greater is he that's in you than he that is in the world. You know, flesh and blood is not going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. Though die as he is, he's going to be changed. All these brothers are going to be changed in the twinkling of an eye. We're not going to be how we look on the outside. You know, all that's going to catch up in the kingdom. We can look how you want. You can be 30 feet tall. You know, it don't matter. It's your mind what the Lord's really working on. You know, that's the separator, your mind. That's what the Lord's...
That's what he wants.
Exactly.
He wants your mind. Everything. That's why the first commandment is love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, and soul. You know, roughly paraphrasing. That's what he wants. The Lord wants a man that's truly in it.